you're gonna remember that, whether you're drunk or not. You're gonna remember that something like that happening. That's not something you don't remember. You know, like I remember remember that no matter how drunk you are.
I'm trying to. I really am. I'm trying to recall the whole night.
Think about it hard.
I am.
Benita mentions something interesting in this conversation: Keyron's jail time.
Just chill. I don't want to fight you no more.
Now, is this after he gets hit?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I remember. The last thing I remember was him bandaging me up, and I went upstairs.
I was kind of doing something nasty too. I was talking nasty on the phone.
He was talking nasty? What, you on a jail call?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, hey, that's your business.
So give me 1 second.
Alright, what's up with it, y'all? So look, man, I'm back again with another video, right? And listen, man, y'all remember I did a video the other day about a young lady who was outside in her car at a park playing and DJing with that cat. DJing that cat, flicking the bean, rubbing the paint off that thing, man. Real talk. And they pulled up on her. She was on the phone with her alleged boyfriend that's in jail also, which is crazy. And she got out and told the police that she was doing something freaky on the phone with somebody that she was dealing with in jail. So everybody basically seen what was going on from the beginning to the end. And if you watch it all the way to the end, you seen where I found out that she had took someone's life. And come to find out, it was her boyfriend's life that she took. She played like she didn't know what the hell was going on and things like that. I got the interrogation video right here, right now. A couple of y'all was saying that this was already out about the interrogation video. Well, it just came out a couple of days ago. It's crazy that all of this coincides and we could have put it together right now. But I want y'all to know that I did see this when I went to go look for an update, but I was already doing one video. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and complete that one, and then we're gonna bring it over here and do this one right here. It's basically like an update or, you know, some closure, because that's just how I am. I want to see what the hell took place, how it took place, and all of that. So yeah, we're finna get into this. Listen, I want to let everybody know out there that I do appreciate y'all for being here. I hope that everything is okay with you and your family, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I'm sending y'all nothing but peace, blessings, and prosperous energy our way. And when I say this, I'm only talking to my supporters and to those who reciprocate the same energy back to me, and to those who say the same thing back to me in return. I ain't finna be out here giving out this good energy for nothing and not get it back. You feel me? So yeah, strictly to y'all. And listen, I got a raffle ticket sale going on from today all the way until Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. So all of y'all be saying y'all be missing the sales and this and this and that. Today is your opportunity until Tuesday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I got a 2025 Chevy Trax that I'm giving away the day after Christmas. So y'all make sure y'all are on live. I'm gonna be on live on YouTube to announce the winner. Y'all will see the winner when they come pick up the vehicle. The title is on its way. It's been paid off from the first day that I even announced this, you feel me? So it's yours right out, no strings attached, and you will be okay once you leave me. Everything is fine. It's a 2025 still in the plastic, so you know you win. But other than that, man, we're finna go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna show y'all what led up to this right here, so that way everybody can get a good understanding and be caught up to everything. Let's get into it. And like I said before, y'all can go watch this full video. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section, or it's the video that I posted right before this one. Let's go ahead and get into it.
For expired plates.
A 30-year-old woman accused of her own boyfriend. We have the 911 call that tells what may have led to that deadly thing. 19's Winnie Dorch with the new
Damn,
details.
Bonita, you cutting up.
Me and my boyfriend got into it last night. We was fighting and stuff. The police got called.
It's the boys of an accused murder, 30-year-old Bonita Tracy Ann Wright.
I went upstairs and I just woke up this morning and he's laying by the front door, but he's not moving.
She's making a 911 call from this house in Elyria on Church Lane the morning of August 31st because her boyfriend, 28-year-old Keyron Ficklin, is dead. Police say he was stabbed to death. Listen closely to what she tells the dispatcher. She's panicking and not really sure what to do.
I like tapped him or whatever, and he was like, you know, so I just want somebody to hurry up and get here.
Bullshit.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Wright claims she doesn't remember much from the night before, but continues to give more details.
I was at my sister's house last night, and I was drinking or whatever. So when I came home, I don't know if he was drinking, like, we got into a real bad fight. There's a knife in his back pocket or whatever. So, yeah, it was blood. I was like, I got a deep gash in the backside of my arm or whatever, so I don't really remember what exactly happened.
She also says she doesn't see any visible injuries.
Do you see any wounds, like where he could have cut himself at all or anything?
I don't know. No, I don't see anything. Like, the other side of his shirt is, no. I don't know, sir. When I tried to move him, he was very, very stiff. And his arms and stuff is cold.
Damn, he been gone.
It's not cold.
Towards the end of the call, she takes a deep breath, knowing whatever happened between the two didn't end well. And Wright made her first court appearance last Thursday. Her bond is set at $250,000. She is due back in court September 8th. Outside the Elyria police station, I'm Winnie Dorch, 19 News.
What's the street?
Just the call.
It's Church Lane, I would assume.
Church Lane? Okay, what's going on there?
Me and my boyfriend got into it last night. We was fighting and stuff. The police got called. And then I went upstairs and I just woke up this morning and he's laying by the front door, but he's not moving.
Okay,
Like,
so you do need an ambulance?
yeah, I need an ambulance.
So he's not moving. Is he breathing? Can you tell?
I like tapped him or whatever, and he was like, so I just want somebody to hurry up and get here because, like, I don't know what's going on. I went to sleep last night. He's 28 years old, and he's laying by the door. Like, we was fighting or whatever, so,
All right, ma'am, let me get an ambulance for you. Don't hang up. I'm going to come right back.
All right,
to
so
you.
now that y'all did get a little brief update on everything, y'all can kind of see what took place before this right here. We finna get straight into the interrogation video and see what all this crazy fucker had to say. I haven't seen this until now, so we finna figure out what the hell going on right now. Let's see what's up.
Why? Why? Because you just that mad? You just that mad you want to lay there and not say nothing? And not tell me what's going on?
This is Bonita Wright, a manipulative girlfriend who just her own boyfriend to death.
When we both had knives and we fell into the mirror. That's probably when it happened.
And she thinks she can also manipulate detectives and get away without having to face the consequences.
And I'm a very honest person. I do not recall me literally having him.
But her hopes of getting away scot-free are crushed as detectives begin to catch on.
Something happened in that moment because you're getting there. You want to say it.
After a night of arguing with her boyfriend, Kieran Ficklin, 30-year-old Bonita Wright woke up at 8:30 a.m. on August 31st, 2022, to find him unresponsive and cold.
Allegedly.
She immediately ran to her neighbor's house and borrowed their phone to contact 911.
Church Lane? Okay, what's going on there?
Me and my boyfriend got into it last night. We was fighting and stuff. The police got called. And then I went upstairs and I just woke up this morning and he's laying by the front door, but he's not moving.
Okay,
Like,
so you do need an ambulance?
yeah, I need an ambulance.
So he's not moving. Is he breathing? Can you tell?
I like tapped him or whatever, and he was like, so I just want somebody to hurry up and get here because, like, I don't know what's going on. I went to sleep last night. He's 28 years old, and he's laying by the door. Like, we was fighting or whatever, so,
All right, ma'am, let me get let me get an ambulance for you. Don't hang up. I'm going to come right back to you, okay? Hang on the phone.
When officers arrived at the scene, they found Kieran in a pool of blood right next to the front door. He had been brutally stabbed, but something was strange. Kieran had already passed away. His body seemed like it had been there for hours. The only possible suspect was Bonita herself, who not only showed no emotions while on the phone to 911, but was covered in scratches and bleeding from her nails and shoulder. It was clear that she had been part of a violent physical altercation. Consequently, she was immediately taken into custody and brought in for an interview 1 hour later. But little do officers know, they are about to discover a sick and morbid history between the two, one that led to tragedy. This footage has been provided to us by the Elyria Police Department.
Why? Why? Because you just that mad? You just that mad you want to lay there and not say nothing? And not tell me what's going on? You know my mom don't care about me, my dad don't care about me, you know this, you know everything, you know.
She know they recording her hair in there cutting up. Listen, she know that right there.
Don't have tissue or anything.
Oh, hold up. Before we get into anything, man, R.I.P. to that man. I forgot, man. R.I.P. And I just want to send my condolences out to the family and everybody out there that had a G1 love for that young man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I said this or not, but I'm going to say it again. She got 18 years to life in jail. I got to make sure I said it again to make sure that people know she was convicted. Let's get back into it.
So I'm Detective Casper. This is Detective Reader.
Hey.
Alright? So, I want to get you out of here as soon as possible, okay? I'm sure you don't want to be here.
Hey, Juanita, what happened to your hair?
I put it out.
So, I want to talk to you about everything that's going on, okay?
Yes.
But before I do that, I have to read you your rights. That does not mean that you're in trouble, okay? It's just policy that you're at the police department, alright? So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney and have one present during any questioning. If you can't afford one, will be appointed to you, and you can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand? Okay. Now listen to me, that does not mean you're in trouble, okay? It's just part of our policy.
I know how the law works. If there's a time I did something, that's what it's going to be, but I know I didn't do nothing harm. I just wish he would have said something.
So explain that to me a little bit. Walk me through what happened last night. I know that we were called last night for something.
What the detective is talking about here is a domestic violence complaint they received the night before Kieran was discovered dead. According to officers at the scenes, Benita and Kieran were involved in a heated argument, both demanding the other one to leave the house. However, neither had physically hurt the other or done anything illegal, and officers left soon after as they had no legal grounds to intervene at the time. Just a few hours later, Kieran was dead. Whatever transpired after the officers left is the reason Kieran was stabbed. And this is something that detectives desperately need to figure out, as this entire case relies upon finding out what happened in these few hours.
We got into it. We was already... somebody told me he was cheating on me. So I let him be there. I said what I said. So we was not talking the whole day because he was upset about me saying that he was cheating on me. And I went to my sister's house. I was drinking. My neighbor came over. We was all taking shots. And when I got home, I don't even remember coming home. But I know we had to have words because...
Was he there already?
Yes, he was already there.
Does he have a key?
I gave him I dropped the key off to his friend's house. He went to his friend's house earlier yesterday. So I drove to his friend's house and I dropped the key off to him. So we had to have words because it went from his stuff being where it was to his stuff being in his suitcases.
Okay, like he was packing to leave.
Yeah, or either I was packing his stuff to leave.
You know him.
So when I was trying to talk to them, he was telling them like, yeah, take her to jail. She doing this, she doing that. She belligerent or whatever because I was drinking. So I closed the door. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere because I live here. I pay bills here. Like, you my boyfriend. Yes, you my boyfriend. And I asked you to be, in my household or whatever. So that was that.
What time was that about?
I probably got home around like maybe 12 or 1, something in between that time.
Did you actually talk to the officers last night?
Yeah, I remember talking to them. I had a few words with them, but like I said, I was drinking, so I wasn't trying to talk to nobody.
Sure, I understand.
And
you tripping?
I don't know. It just went blank, like.
So you pretty much said, hey, I want him out of here for the night.
Yeah.
And obviously they can't do that because he technically lives there. So
that was that. And I remember getting into an altercation with him and the table. He kept saying, oh, you want to throw my shit out? I'm about to break everything in your house. And I was trying to fight, stop him from breaking everything. So we got into an altercation. That's how the table broke, then the glass broke. And,
the mirror, maybe?
The mirror or whatever. And I don't know if he grabbed the knife first and if I took it from him, but I just know that I'm a woman and you a man. And you're not about to do that to me.
What was he?
Do what?
It was physical. Was he like pushing you? Was he
I know my lip is swollen. This part of my lip is swollen.
You got a big cut out.
And then my cut and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, I'm going to defend myself, period.
Sure.
That's what it's going to be. But I remember him getting the first aid kit saying like, babe, just bandage yourself up. You bleeding everywhere, this, that. And I went upstairs and I went to bed.
So he actually got you with the knife?
Supposedly. Like,
Do you remember that?
I remember him going, you know, and grabbing a knife. I remember that. And
What did the knife look like? Do you remember?
I got several knives. So
Was it like a pocket knife?
it was
a sword?
a steak
Instead of
knife.
sword.
Yeah, and
Shit.
I remember me grabbing another one and trying to like, but he's a man. He's gonna overpower me. And that one, like the handle and stuff broke off. Like it's not even with a handle on it anymore. It's just a knife.
Just a blade?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Although Benita claims much of the fight happened in self-defense, there is one glaring issue. During her arrest and ride to the police station, Benita continuously claimed that Kieran had tendencies and himself with the knife. Considering his injuries, this was impossible. Kieran had a 4-inch wound in a downward direction, consistent with an overhand strike that can only be inflicted by an attacker. Additionally, the dimensions of the wound matched perfectly with the steak knife Benita had during the altercation. But keep in mind that the detective does not know this yet, as Kieran's body is still being processed. Benita likely realized later on that this initial story could be disproven easily and switched to claiming self-defense right before this interview. However, this is only one of the many inconsistencies that present itself because as the detective questions her further, her entire story from this night begins to fall apart.
Alright, so I'm gonna make sure I get all this right. So last night, you get word that he's cheating on you, potentially.
That was weeks ago.
Okay. But last night, did you catch him with somebody else?
No, it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. That was stemmed from a couple of days ago.
So it kind of just
like day
boiled
before
over.
Yesterday. Yeah, it boiled over. Like he was still mad about it.
Okay. So you go over to your sister's, you're drinking, you come home, he's there. When you drop the key off to his buddy. You guys get to arguing, the police get called. Obviously, there's nothing we can do. We can't kick him out. You're not going to leave it to your house. After that, it gets physical. At some point, you grab him, you guys get to tussling or whatever, it's fighting. You fall a couple times in the living room, on the mirror, the table breaks. Now, does he purposely break your stuff at any point?
Yeah, like for the table, he grabbed it.
Is it a glass table?
Yeah.
Okay.
And was like, his whole thing was, like I said before, you keep throwing my shit outside, I'm about to break everything in your house. So that's how the table got broke.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, so the couch is up because now at that point, I'm just trying to toss all my stuff to the side so he won't break it.
Sure. Understand that.
So.
Alright, so you guys are both holding knives at some point, you're fighting. You guys fall a bunch of times.
Yeah, but then mine is, like I said, mine is broken. Like, cause he, you know, he's a man. So I didn't have mine long.
Okay. Do you ever feel him stab you?
I mean, I at the moment when you're adrenaline rushing, you don't feel anything. Mm-hmm. But when I woke up, I felt everything. From my throat to my lip to my arm, my fingers, like, I feel it now.
Okay. So after you guys are done fighting, he says you're bleeding. Let me bandage you up.
Yeah.
So
he went and got the first aid kits, and he was like, babe, let me bandage you up. He put and I'm fighting. I'm like, no, get the off me. Don't touch me.
Is he bleeding at this point?
No, I didn't see no blood, nothing. I did not see nothing at all.
Okay. So he bandaged you up, you go upstairs and go to sleep?
Yeah.
But before he bandaged you up, you said you were still fighting.
Yeah, I was still, I'm like, you know, just leave me alone, whatever, don't touch me. He like, baby, stop.
Did either one of you still have the knife?
No.
Okay.
She said it was in his back pocket though. In the other video.
There's a black steak knife on it outside the house. How did that get there?
I don't know. Like I said, we was fighting out, we was, you know, in and out. So I'm literally throwing his stuff outside. That's why you see the fireworks or, you know, all that stuff or whatever. Because I'm throwing his stuff outside. So me and him is in and out the house.
Okay. So he bandages you up, you go upstairs, go to sleep, you wake up this morning and you find him down there. Bleeding, cold to the touch. And then you go to your neighbor's house, call 911.
Because I'm panicking so much, like I couldn't even find a charger for my own phone.
Did you say anything to the 911 dispatchers?
Yeah, I was like, my boyfriend is laying here, and they was like, oh, can you turn him on his back or something? They was asking me questions, and I'm just like, I was telling them whatever I told them, and I was just telling them like, can, you know, just get somebody here because I don't know. I hear him.
Just like an exhale?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't just one. It was several.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, he can be, you know, somebody needs to get here. Because I was just scared.
Sure, I understand.
He was cold, and the last time I touched somebody cold was my grandmother in a casket. So I just didn't know.
Okay. Do you know, after you call 911, you go back to the house?
Yes, I was at the house.
When you found him this morning, how was he laying?
Just regular, like, he was by the shoes, and he was laying like this.
On his side?
Yeah, on his side or whatever, and he was just like he was sleeping.
Like hand tucked in his arm?
Yeah, like he was sleeping like this.
This is yet another absurd claim by Benita. An autopsy of Kieran's body after this interview placed his time of death to be 12:30 a.m. It is not possible that he survived into the morning to be able to exhibit any signs of life like the one Benita mentions. The most unfortunate aspect of this incident is that Kieran had a chance to survive. Although being stabbed in the heart is highly lethal, all Benita had to do was call 911, who would have provided emergency care. Yet she chose to be selfish and let him lie there until the morning. Even worse is the fact that she is even trying to lie her way out of this interrogation room, which is why this next conversation is so heartbreaking.
There was a point, though, between the bandaging, when he bandaged you up, there was another, you said there was another type of altercation. After he bandaged you up, then the car argument started. You were like, I need to get my keys, so can you remember what happened between that time?
I'm not sure if that was before or after he bandaged me up. But I'm going to say this. Once he began to bandage me up, that's when the argument started to die down.
Okay.
So it might have been right before he started bandaging me up.
Okay, so after he bandaged you up, you
full of shit, boy.
had a more physical altercation.
No, I was just trying to tell him, just like, leave me alone, I don't need you to bandage me up. I just don't want to be bothered with you. And I went upstairs.
Alright, so at some point you received this wound. This pretty bad wound. Can you try to pinpoint at any specific time when he would have received that? Because I'm sure after he received it, he was probably normal, like adrenaline kicks in, all that kind of stuff. But there had to have been one specific point, because that's a big wound to receive. Like, that's not, an accidental nick.
What you mean, like?
Like on his side, that where the blood was, that's a big wound to receive. Like, that's not like
anything about, or not to know about, is what we're saying. So we both know, everything's been out on the table. We both know there was a fight. We both know
he's
you
obviously
had
bigger
knives.
than you, stronger than you.
We both know you had knives. We just need to pinpoint exactly when he got the wound on his side that ultimately,
I mean, it probably
caused
happened
you to be sitting here.
when we both had and we fell into the mirror. That's probably when it happened.
They asking, when did you do that?
No, he didn't say nothing. He didn't say, oh, you stabbed me, or I'm cut, or he didn't say nothing like that. And I never saw no until this morning.
So what makes you think that happened when you guys fell into the mirror? Just off the top of your head.
Just because it was just a lot. It was a lot. I was tumbling over the pillows. He was falling on me.
And at that time, you both had in your hands?
Yes.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. Is there a chance that you him to get him off of you?
No.
To get him away from you? To
No.
kind of like de-escalate this and like protect yourself at some point?
She should have said that in the beginning to help herself out.
I'm going to say.
Look, he probably like, damn. She said, damn, I should have said that.
That way in that altercation, then that's what happened. But I don't remember that. And all I know is, like you just said, he's a man, and I'm going to defend him.
Like, nah,
That's what we're trying to
she is manipulative. She's talking about, like you just said, no, you mentioned that, and he's agreeing with you, and he's giving you some reassurance and trying to make you say what he wants you to say. But ultimately, she would have been better off with a defense basically just stating that, he was doing this to her and she tried to get him up off of her and stuff like that. But all these lies and manipulation tactics that you're using, ain't gonna be good for you at all. You feel me? And then you got to think about that 911 call. She was saying he was laying down. She couldn't tell if he had the knife still on him, but he did have it on him. Different things like that. But like I always say, man, a lot of situations when people do wrong, they get caught because it's just their time. There's no avoiding it. It's inevitable. You will be caught. You will see your day. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, every dog has their day. This is a prime example of that. No matter what she said, they would have found a way to get around this, in my personal opinion. But saying certain things would have helped you in the long run versus you lying off top. Because not anything that you say won't be credible, and they will be holding you accountable for every single thing. And I'm starting to believe now, I'm pretty sure now, I can't just ride with a person if I don't know everything. So RIP to him, like I said before. But if he was genuinely doing something to her, then if she did something to protect herself, I can understand that. But just getting mad at somebody, just tripping out and taking their life, you deserve to go to jail, and you deserve to get everything that comes to you. Because why the hell you can't control yourself? You a loose cannon. And when I was even watching the video that I did, the initial video before she got interrogated and all of that, I was saying she got an attitude problem. She got an anger problem. She got that tripping. But what it probably was, she was out there, you know what I'm saying, nervous as hell too. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let's get back into the video.
Because we're talking about two different things here, right? So we're talking about this happening because of other circumstances that were going on, or we're talking about something that, I don't want to say it's unwarranted, but, you know, something like this happening, this is not common. You know what I mean? Like, we handle these all the time, but this is for us.
I know. I don't remember everything. If there was a time where I was trying to get him off of me, then that possibly happened. Because we've been here before. If you check our records, he's been in jail for putting his hands on me before.
Did it possibly happen, or did it happen? Because this is things that we need to know. Because these timelines and these series of events are going to help us pinpoint exactly what happened.
That's what I'm saying. I know for sure I didn't just bluntly stab him. Okay? I know I had the knife for protection. But I did not bluntly just do anything to get him, you know, to stop anything, or to like, oh, you scared me, I'm gonna do this, that. Like, it had to have happened when we was tussling. Because I just wanted it in my hand to know that, you know, you're not about to me.
Yeah, you're not around.
You're not about to over me. You're not about to put your hands on me.
So at some point you're tussling, do you ever feel that go in him, or feel like any pressure on that? I mean, because you're gonna remember that, whether you're drunk or not. You're gonna remember that something like that happening. That's not something that you don't remember. You know, like I remember being drunk, getting in bar fights, or getting into a fight and get punched in the face, and you know, you remember that no matter how drunk you are.
I'm trying to.
You let know. Stop bullshit.
Think about it hard.
I am.
Benita mentioned something interesting in this conversation.
What?
Kieran's jail time. While it is true that in February of 2022, Kieran was arrested for domestic battery, the charges were dropped as Benita failed to appear in court. Interestingly, officers at the scene also reported that Kieran had sustained far more injuries than Benita had. So if she really was in an abusive relationship, why would she not pursue these charges? Why was Kieran the one who was more roughed up than her? The answer to these questions is simple. Benita is leveraging their troubled history to paint a picture of a pitiful woman at the mercy of her violent boyfriend, all the while refusing to acknowledge that she was equally as responsible, if not more. And in the next few minutes, you will see this facade break down catastrophically as officers begin to confront her with the absurdity of her story.
I don't know, like...
I like the narrator. He ain't bullshit.
You're not. This is no judgment. Okay, it just doesn't make you a bad person for whatever happened. All right, I don't want you to think that this is something that him and I have never done.
I'm just trying to get to the point where that happened, where like, because I know he jumped on me.
You're getting there.
I know
you're walking us through it.
Yeah, right, I know he jumped on me, and
now where are you at with the jump sign?
Yeah, damn, what took it so long?
Well, we was in the kitchen, and I was going to the back to get a bag to put his stuff in. And I was by the stove, and like,
at this point the knife was still in your hand because you were throwing stuff out.
Yeah.
Still, right?
Girl, talk here. Look at her.
I just know that I wasn't about to be beat the up and somewhere or like it had to, because I was, after that point it was like, okay, now you want to fight me. So then within that window it was just like I was just fighting. And then that's when I remember him trying to bandage me up. Talking about I was.
When you walked into the kitchen to get the bags, where was he standing?
He was still by the door. He was by the
So
door.
he was by the door right where we found him this morning, right?
Yeah, right there. But he was alive or whatever,
Yeah,
standing
yeah.
up, and he was.
But when you came around that corner, when you were walking past that stove, he was standing by the door. What happened in that moment? Something happened in that moment, because you're getting there and you want to say it, but I feel like you think.
I'm trying to use the exact. I'm trying to give you the exact action.
Yeah, and that's what we need. So explain it, because
I think this happened in that kitchen too. The blood splatter.
That's where we're at right now.
Makes
Yeah.
me believe that it didn't happen anywhere.
So you got to take us to that moment, because this is your time, okay?
I'm trying to remember. I really am.
And we want to help you out the best we can.
I don't know if he like jumped on me or I don't know, but we was tussling in that kitchen.
I think you're right there. See, and he's standing by the door.
And I grabbed the bag and I went. That's where the crates and stuff is outside, because his stuff was in the crates right there where my pantry is.
Mm-hmm. Listen, you've been beat up before, right? He's beat your before, right? So you were fed
several
up.
men.
So you were.
Beat my before.
Listen, so you were fed up.
Yes.
That's understandable. Okay? Some shit happened beforehand. He's standing by the door. You have a knife in your hand. You already know he's fired up. You've already been into it. You're probably bleeding at this point. You're done.
And I think you've had enough. Because whatever happened, happened right there. And I think you just had enough of it. I think
No, it
things
wasn't
boiled
that I
over.
had enough, like, because I don't, like, I'm not gonna just
Not enough.
stab on
No.
me, like, oh,
Yeah.
like, no. But we was in an altercation.
Okay.
And even within that altercation, I'm still not like, get off of me.
Sure.
Like, no, I'm not doing that. We had to have tussled, and that happened. Because regardless of what me and him going through, I'm not like, oh, I hate you or nothing like that, or, you know, I was just gonna try to drop him off to his mom's house and leave like that. Nobody expected this to happen.
Whatever happened in that kitchen. Wherever he's lying is probably where this happened at. Because whatever happened was pretty traumatic. So I don't think it happened and then he bandaged you up and then you went upstairs and he laid down. I think whatever happened there, I don't think he left the kitchen. No. I don't think he ever left that spot by the door. It happened right there.
Yep.
What we need is just you to kind of walk us through. You're right there. You're right there, and I know you're scared to say
But that's
it.
the thing, like, nothing happened after that. That's literally what I remember. I remember him coming to me. I was already,
Yeah.
so it was a shirt too, you know, for me. So that altercation, it had to happen in that kitchen. And then
He never left that kitchen.
right.
At that point, yeah.
Because he never followed me upstairs.
Right. So
I said, F you. He was like, whatever, this is that. I remember hearing his voice before I went upstairs.
When you went upstairs, did he lay down? Was he on the ground when you went upstairs?
No.
Where was he?
He was just downstairs
Where at?
in the living room.
There's no blood. That's the problem. Like there was no trail from the kitchen to the living room back to the kitchen again. And he was alive. So that like
Right, but that's the whole thing. It happened at like 1 or 2 in the morning. It's what time did I call y'all?
8:30.
Right. So, I mean, I watch a lot of shows and a lot of shit. Like it wasn't a lot of.
I'm not saying like he was
Talking too much.
Right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He's
saying.
probably still talking to you, but it's we're trying to fill in the blanks, because there's a blank. You've told the story, and the last time you told the story was perfect. That was spot on. You were right there. Then we get to that point where something happened that we skip over every time.
No, we're not skipping over nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No,
I
know. I'm trying to get you to remember so it makes sense, because there's a point to where he was safe, and we're missing that. I think you know when it happened. It's just, I think you're just worried about.
I'm not worried about nothing. I'm a very honest person. I do not recall me literally saying him. I don't recall me just.
We're not saying you did it intentionally. Like I said, I was trying to explain. You've been in situations before. You've gotten your beat. People just. Sometimes you just can't take it anymore.
From when we going from getting them bags and then about to go get his stuff, it had to happen right then and there. I don't recall. I don't remember.
It had to happen.
I probably, because I'm still a little bit drunk, so probably when I sober up, it'll, come back to me. But I just remember Keyron was very aggressive. And I just wasn't about to get my again.
That's understandable.
We're not faulting you for that. I mean, that doesn't make you a bad person. Give me 1 second, okay? Do you need another water or a snack or something?
I'll take another water.
You want water? All right, give me just 1 second. We'll be right back.
They're gonna say this mother lying.
Right for now?
Lying fucker.
Benita refuses to elaborate exactly how and where Keyron got stabbed. But what she doesn't know is she has left behind a piece of evidence so important that it would play the biggest role in sealing her fate.
Hey, real quick, you said that your camera can be accessed from your phone. Is that right? You're just not really familiar how to do it.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Alright, so what I'm going to have you do is I want you to read over this, okay? This is another consent form. It's for your phone, alright? So I'll have you read over this.
Her ass is grass. This probably how they convicted her ass. Damn, they saying a lot of goddamn, huh?
Alright, so what I want you to do is read over this one, okay? And then this one is going to be for the actual DVR system that's in your house, so I can get into that and watch that. Because that's going to help. I think that's going to help you quite a bit.
This how they caught her ass. This is exactly how they got her. Had to.
You know what? I meant to ask you, did you call anybody during this altercation that you guys had, or did he call anybody?
I'm not sure.
Did you send any messages or anything like that?
Honestly, I really don't know.
Did you ever call the police after we left the first time?
I don't think so.
No.
I think I called them and I probably had them on speaker or something like that because I remember calling them, but in the midst of me arguing with him, I forgot that I called him.
I got you.
So when I turned around, I seen them.
Okay, so it was like a 911 open line almost, which is why we were sent there, I'm assuming.
Well, I must have.
Just where it's assigned. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Did your neighbors ever? One of the neighbors said that they might have stopped over or something. I'm assuming that's probably not true.
Who?
I don't know. I don't even know who it was.
The only neighbor that I'm cool with is the neighbor that I use the phone. And that fat lady and whoever she was with, I don't talk to them. We don't.
Yeah, she was driving me nuts. That's why I want to get out of there.
We do not speak. I don't speak to her. She don't speak to me.
The officer just took consent to search her house camera and mobile phone. However, the password Benita provided to her phone was wrong, probably because she knows the kind of horrors it hides. Sometime after this interview, investigators finally cracked her devices and found text and voice messages that not only showed her verbally attacking Keyron, but also threatening his life. Benita made several remarks towards Keyron. She would also constantly berate and belittle him by questioning his masculinity. often referring to him as a young man and asking him to be manlier and more muscular. In one instance, she threw a string of curses at Kieran for failing a job interview and even stated, "Don't be surprised if a beating comes for your ass out of the blue."
Ooh,
To make matters worse, several of Kieran's friends testified that he often had to ask Benita to be able to meet them. These same friends also repeatedly said that Kieran was incredibly loyal to her and would never cheat. Unfortunately, these detectives are unaware of this, but are incredibly suspicious after she provided the wrong password. Now, for one last time, they will sit her down to get a confession out of her, but they do not realize that Benita is about to put on her best act yet.
Lights, camera, action. It's finna go down.
This is what we're gonna do, okay?
What's up?
Take a deep breath for me. We're gonna get through this. We'll work through this one step at a time, alright?
It'll be hard for me not to laugh at they fake ass.
Hearing you talk today, you're not a bad person by any means. I want you to know that, okay?
Oh shit, they let him down
I want
easy.
you to know that. You've said to us today has made it come off as you're this evil person or anything like that, okay? But what I want to do now is you walked us through this before step by step, okay? So I want to go back to when a friend of yours told you that he was cheating on you. What was the extent, like how did that come about?
It was, okay, Jackie, this lady Jackie around the corner who lied to him about, for the last 2 years, about the baby being his.
What baby?
Her name was Leela Ficklin. She's in the last report with me and him for the domestic violence.
You guys don't have a child in common, right?
No.
Okay.
She was like, supposedly, she messing with this guy, and his ex-wife supposedly told her that her and Kieran was still around. Don't care, because Jackie always lying.
Okay.
But I can be petty, and I set it up to him. I'm like, okay, you've been cheating, this and that. So we got into a little argument, and we wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Okay.
So we wasn't talking.
When was that?
That was probably like 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay. So you approached him with it and said, did you ask him straight away?
No, it was a text message. It was like, I'm like, oh, you acting funny, you probably should, continue talking to the bitch that you've been cheating on me with.
I got you.
And then that was the reason why we was not talking.
Okay. So there was like a period before this, like 2 or 3 days where you guys like very little communication.
Yeah, we wasn't even talking. Like the whole day, like when I went to go drop the key off to him, he was at his buddy Frank's house. And I went to my sister's house. We just wasn't talking.
He was still sleeping there, right?
Huh?
He was still sleeping, like living with you?
Yeah.
You guys just were not communicating?
Yeah, it was just that one day.
So yesterday, what was the boiling point? Like, did he get pissed off about it again, or what happened?
No, I'm telling you, he went to Frank's house.
Uh-huh.
I woke up to go get me a job and handle my business. When I came back, he was gone. He was at Frank's house, and I went to go drop the key off to him so he can get back in. And then I went to my sister's house.
Okay. And then when you got home, that's when things kind of blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Did he approach you first about it? Like, how did that argument start?
I believe when I got home, he had a situation because our agreement was that we was going to be in the house by 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Right.
So when I got home, it was probably a little bit after 12.
Okay.
You're late.
And he didn't like that, or he, had an issue with that.
What did he say to you?
I don't remember.
No. Okay. But so the whole initial fight started because you just got home a couple minutes late, and he got pissed off about that. So you guys are verbally arguing at this point? Does it become physical? Yet? And then you call the police to have him removed, and nothing physical happened, right? Until after the police left.
No, that's why the police got called, because I felt as though it was like a get physical.
Okay.
And like I said, I was drunk. I don't recall anything. It probably was some shoving and pushing before the police got called,
but nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing.
But see, this is one of the things that I think that police should start doing. They should take the time out to remove people at least for 24 hours or maybe a couple of hours. But to actually leave people there when they just had an altercation or they just had a physical anything, or when they get into arguments and stuff like that and they call y'all, that's like a precautionary thing that I think that they should start implementing in every situation. Separate the people. Take the time out. Hey, y'all ain't doing nothing else. Take them out and chill with them somewhere, talk to them, you know what I'm saying? Try to level it out or set them some counseling. Use the taxpayers' dollars in better ways versus just going by, riding around in the AC, pulling up and leaving. But at the same time, it's not their responsibility to sit there and babysit grown-ass people, so I can understand it to a certain extent. I'm just saying that there's something that they should be able to do to kind of help out in these situations. If both of them agree, hey, we're going to separate and split it for a little bit, let them do that. But a lot of the times they just come and want to know if somebody done hit somebody, if somebody done did something. If not, they're going to leave y'all there to go ahead and finish whatever y'all got going on and settle it how y'all going to settle it. And I feel like a lot of situations could have been, you know, exacerbated. They could have been over with right then and there if they would have just kind of separated them, let them cool down, and figure something out in the future. But let's get back into it.
No ordinary.
Okay. And then you call police, we show up. Obviously, things probably got a little bit heated because you wanted him out, nothing we can do. And were you agitated at that point?
Yeah, I kept closing the door and trying to lock the door, but he had the key around his
So
neck.
he just kept coming back in?
So he kept coming back in. So then I snatched the key thing or whatever, but by that time, he was already in, and then the door closed. Closed the door and locked it. But the police are still outside.
Okay.
And then they just left.
So now you guys are both inside?
Yeah.
You have your key back though, right?
Well, it's supposedly
somewhere.
It was around his neck.
Okay. So after the police leave, you guys are still obviously heated, right? It's arguing, and I'm sure when you thought he was cheating, I'm sure you probably called him some names or whatever, right?
I mean, it's not about the cheating, like that's something petty that I said. Like me and him get into it a lot. I got videos on my phone of him outside yelling to the top of his lungs. Like we get into it every other day.
How long have you guys been together? I don't know if I remember you saying that.
We've only been together about a year and a couple months.
Okay. So after we leave, things get physical, right? Walk me through this again. How it gets physical?
I'm trying to remember everything that I told you.
Yeah. Don't think about what you told me. Think about what happened.
No, because what I told, I'm still intoxicated, so it's like. It just got heated, like we both just firecrackers, so it just went there.
Who got physical first?
He got physical first because he didn't like me throwing stuff outside.
What did he do? Walk us through exactly what he did when he got physical. What was that like? And
like
what did he do?
He just he shoved me, so I fell, and then he was just like up in my face and stuff like that. So, I'm just fighting back at this point.
So you guys are fighting with each other, then you grab him?
I go towards this thing or whatever, and that's the that don't have no handle on it. I didn't have no much, I didn't have shit. It was gone, that was that. Then he was like, oh, you want to try to grab one? I'm going to get one too. And he grabbed it. Oh, shit.
So where are you at in the house at this point? You grabbed it?
We in the kitchen, and like I told you before, I'm still just throwing out. So that's the knife with no handle, so I'm just throwing out. In the midst of me throwing his shit out, he I'm gonna up your shit. So that's how the table got broke and stuff like that. So when excuse me, sorry.
Hell nah, cuz.
To, prevent him from up my shit. That's how the mirror got by the stairs, because I moved the mirror.
Okay, that makes more sense, because I was wondering why that was over.
Yeah, I moved because it was on the wall when you first walk into the living room. It was up against this wall.
Okay.
I moved the mirror over there.
Okay.
And then I put the couch up. That's why the shit is on the floor, because I'm throwing it, and I put the couch up or whatever. So, in the midst of me doing that, I stopped.
took this shit and I continued to throw his shit.
Are you throwing out the back door or the front door?
The door that y'all came to.
Okay.
So, I'm doing that. He don't like that. So then he goes back into the living room. Trying to vandalize some more stuff. Get to fighting. I'm throwing stuff out, that's when another come about. So then, because I'm like, okay, he's not about to f me up, so I got it close to me.
Okay.
So then that's when I stopped throwing his stuff out, and then I go back in the living room. Then we get into an altercation again. That's how the mirror got broke, and we tumble over the pillows and stuff. So that's how that happened.
Okay.
And then after that, it was just.
What happens after that? Walk me through that.
That's when like I told you before, we was in the kitchen. And I was by the stove, and I wish it was a camera in there because I blacked out. Like I was just fighting him. He was fighting me, so I was fighting him.
And he was by the door, and you were by the stove.
Yeah, I was by the stove.
So when you said you were by the stove, where was he at?
In my face. He was,
Are you guys face to face?
Yeah.
Arguing?
And you still had the.
Yeah.
Okay. What hand was?
I'm right-handed. Okay. So it was on my right hand.
Benita is inconsistent in her narrative yet again. For example, at some points, she claims Kieran grabbed it first, and at others, she grabbed it first. Even after the consistent questioning, Benita never explicitly admits she grabbed Kieran. It's always just a possibility. She has yet again skipped the details of the stab.
And then we get into it again or whatever. Now by this time, we back outside because his stuff is outside.
Okay.
And I do recall me because like I told you, I'm not no, stab type of person, but I was waving it, get the fuck away from me, get back.
She said I do.
But he didn't care. He said, Katie, coming for me or whatever. So I'm just trying to remember everything.
So he's facing you at this point, right?
Yeah.
You got the knife in your right hand.
Yes. And I'm just I'm like, get back, I'm like, don't, I'm just trying to keep him away from me.
But now what knife is this? What kind of knife?
I think it was a knife with a black handle.
Okay. So what happens then?
And this was outside, right? Where it was found?
Yeah, I guess that was the knife that was outside.
Where you're at in your story.
You
said you were both outside.
Yeah, we went outside and I was saving the knife, but then I'm going back into the house.
Okay.
Because in the midst of me arguing and shit, I still don't, that was my whole thing with him. Don't embarrass me. We don't need to be outside and everybody can hear us.
You trying to whoop him in the quiet.
And then, like I said, the last thing I remember, he was not injured. It was nothing, and I just.
Well, what happens when you get back into the house? Walk us through that. So you get back in the house,
so
he comes in the house.
Yeah, and the screen doors popped open and stuff, and like I said, we was just fighting. We just kept fighting the whole night.
Knife still in your hand. Does he have his knife in his hand too?
Yes.
So you guys both still have it? You both still hold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And at some point, I didn't have no more. Because when I went upstairs, once the altercation was done and he was trying to avenge me, I didn't have nothing.
So how did this altercation come to an end? How did this all stop?
Last I remember, he was looking for my keys because he kept saying he was about to go. I hid my keys and I went upstairs.
When does he try to abandon you?
Before then. At this time, when he tried to bandage me up, the glass is already broken. The mirror is broken, the table is broken, all of this furniture and all of that stuff is already up. That's why I was saying, maybe it was just his adrenaline or something like that, because my last words with him was not in the kitchen, and then I just went upstairs. he was still talking to me. He, you know, said words and that
What was he
that.
saying exactly to you? When you were walking upstairs?
When I went upstairs or whatever, I was saying like, F you, I don't care, whatever, this is that, I'm done. And I'm gonna drop you off to your mom's house. And he was saying whatever he was saying. I wasn't trying to listen because I was made in my mind. I was gonna drop him off at his mom's house today.
Was this fight was this like every other fight you guys have ever had?
I mean, to this point of stuff being broken, we've never got there. But it's a hole in my wall from him, you know, punching a hole in the wall. And like I said, I got videos in my phone of him, you know, yelling outside. So we get heated.
Has there already been weapons involved in any of your fights at all?
Yes.
Like knives?
So it's been knives before. Like, you know, I'll grab and I'm like, you know, don't come at me or whatever, this is that. And with the DV charge or whatever, like, he was in my face and I was just going like this. And it poked him in his face 2 times. So he was like, I'm telling them they need to take you to jail. Look at my face, because he grabbed me for the domestic violence case. He grabbed me and like put me up in the corner, but had me up, and I couldn't breathe. So at that point, I was just scratching, and I was just trying to get him off of me.
But I'm starting to feel like majority of the things that she's saying is basically him retaliating. Now, I'm not going to take away from the fact that it's a possibility that he could have possibly been the aggressor in some situations, but overall, I'm getting more so of a vibe that she was the aggressor, not because she's charged or anything like that, because she could have been easily provoked in so many different ways by him. But overall, I'm just getting that vibe from her because she can't tell a straight story. She's always pointing the blame on someone else, and I feel like that's a sign of gaslighting and pointing the finger and trying to, you know what I'm saying, deflect from what's really going on. The real issue is that y'all both are toxic for each other, and that's not a good thing to continue a situation with someone when y'all really not compatible. What's the point of trying to push and fight for a situation that don't even serve you any purpose? Only thing that it does is bring you turmoil, headache, and pain, and other things that's not associated with positivity and positive ways of living. That shit lame, bro. It's best just to get up out of these situations as soon as possible. Once you figure out it ain't serving you, then go ahead. But to continue fighting against God's will gonna always land you in certain situations that you don't never want to be in. In some situations, you can lose your life or your freedom or both. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, make sure that you're doing everything properly and understand and read and understand these signs that's being presented to you. Like I always say, everything is being presented to you for a reason, and it's only up to you and you only to see that and move accordingly. Let's get back into the line, funky ass. Let's go.
Called that time and it took him. And I came down here and I filled out a report, and I had the baby Leela that I was telling you about, and that was that.
During this conversation, Benita mentioned that Kieran was constantly looking for the keys that she had hidden. This is the most tragic part of this incident, as this meant that after being Kieran was desperately searching for the keys so he could drive himself to the hospital.
Damn.
But just to make him suffer, Benita prevented him from even doing that. And right now, she is downplaying the situation severely.
So when you poked him in the was it that night, that incident that happened?
No, it wasn't this incident tonight.
No, when you signed the domestic violence charges. So was that before he choked you?
That was right after.
Right after, and you just kind of like poked him in the.
Yeah, like I was before. Like get back, like get the out of my face. And I don't give a about that. And it's just like I was always telling him, like, you don't know what I've been through. I've been drugged down the street by a car. The dude done broke my toes and broke my jaw, all type of stuff. So it's like I'm just defensive.
Sure. So was that what happened last night too?
Yes, pretty much, because I know, to me, third time is the charm. You punched a hole in my wall, you broke my windshield on my car, you almost choked me out to where I blacked out almost a little bit. So it was just like, I just wasn't about to let it go to another level. And then when we talk or whatever, and he'd be like, oh, you cheat on me, I'll kill you. If I ever find out this, it would just be little stuff like that. So when we get into an argument, that stuff pops up in my head.
Sure, understandably so.
So
is that what happened last night then? Like, all of this kind of boiled over?
Yeah. from previous arguments. It just got to that point last night.
Or was it enough is enough?
I mean, I guess for him, because I've seen him mad before, but not like that. So.
What do you mean? What was he doing different than he would have before, as far as his behavior?
Like, he would yell and stuff, but I've never seen like his eyes that big or the veins popping out of his neck, like angry. I've never seen that. And like I told him before, I'm like, you starting to do like this little devilish look, like you starting to look real evil.
So is that what led to this, him receiving all this injury and all this kind of crazy shit that happened?
Yes.
So
I was basically defending myself.
So, okay. And that's the stuff I need to know, right? I need to know that kind of stuff. This is what we've been working for this whole time here, okay? I need to know how he got that injury. You need to be honest with me, okay?
No, I
this is
am
what we've
being
been working
honest
for
with
the
you.
whole time. You just told me yourself that you were defending yourself, and I need to know. Just dancing around how this happened is not going to.
No, I'm not
do
trying to
anything
dance
for it.
around nothing. Like, I literally was drunk, so I don't remember everything. So.
She
I just
mixing
know
truth
that
and lies.
It got to a point where I was defending myself.
And I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. But I need to know how that injury happened. Okay, I need to know how he got that injury.
We were fighting. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I had it in my hand. I probably went like this, or I went, this, or I went like that, but like did this too. But
What you
I
do?
was just defending myself. I was trying to back him up off of me.
When did that happen?
We had to be in the kitchen.
We were in the kitchen.
We had to be in the kitchen, in the midst of kitchen, outside. Like, we had to be in that area.
So is that what ended it?
No, because after we got into that, I remember going upstairs and he was still talking to me. It wasn't like that happened and, he dropped and I'm like, all right, I'm going upstairs. No. He was still talking to me.
So that makes sense to me because you're right-handed and his injury's on his left side. And if you guys are face-to-face, that makes sense of how we received that.
Gotta
So I appreciate
ask.
you telling me that, because that makes a lot more sense than I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense to me. So after this happens, right? After he gets hit, what do you do with that knife? Where does that knife go?
Maybe I just dropped it or like, because like I said, it was knives everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
He talking about that one. God damn it.
it had to just get slung or something. Like, I don't remember placing nothing nowhere
Is it
or
in
be
the
like,
house?
dropping it. Like, no, I don't know.
Did you hide it?
No.
Okay. I gotta ask you. Okay. We have to ask. He and I haven't been to your house except for when we got you back here, so we don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
So I'm asking because I don't know.
Yeah.
So after he gets hit, do you immediately go straight upstairs?
No. Like I said, after we got into that altercation where all the knives was, when I sat on that couch and he was bandaging me up, there was no knives nowhere. It was nothing. It was kind of like he was like, oh, babe, babe, you bleeding, this is that, like, just chill. I don't want to fight you no more.
That was just
this
after
that.
he gets hit?
Yes. That's what I remember. The last thing I remember was him bandaging me up, and I went upstairs. And like I said, I was still talking my shit, and he was downstairs.
Okay. So that makes more sense. This makes a lot more. This is all becoming a little bit more clear now. That matches up with his injuries. All right, so that makes sense to me. Okay. Did you call anybody after? When you went upstairs?
No.
Do you know if he called anybody?
I don't know.
Bonita has still not revealed the details, and the interrogation comes to a standstill. But this is when officers receive a crucial piece of evidence, one that will make Bonita realize she just wasted 2 hours of her life lying in vain.
I received some information, all right? So,
You're going to
everything
jail.
you told me before, all right, I believe you, for the most part. The only thing I'm having a
hard time with is I just found out that he's got a wound right here, down in his side.
Right there.
It's in the top of his chest.
Mm.
All right. So that wound in the side is not there. I was wrong.
Okay.
It's in his chest.
Okay.
So let's figure out how that happened. All right.
Well, that goes to the point, when I was saying I was just doing anything with the knife, like to get him back from me.
So it actually went into him at some point. It had to.
Okay, well, I don't recall it, but like I said, I can actually say this in court. I was doing this and this to get him away from me.
But hold up, it's bullshit because he went upstairs. You said you didn't see nowhere at all. Remember that? So you would have seen something, especially if you would have poked him. You feel me? Would have came out with the fluids on him. So it's BS everything that she's saying. She's out of there. It's just stupid to be lying like this. That's why they tell your ass to hush. It's best to remain silent until your lawyer is prison or something like that. But at the same time, like I said, there's certain ways that you can't get away with certain stuff because it's your time to go. You've been getting away with abusing this man for so long to the point where it's your time to go. Not saying that he didn't do nothing to her because I got to keep it fair and keep it 100. But honestly, I feel like she was the aggressor majority of the time. Let's get back into it though.
Face to face, and you're going like this. At some point, you stab him in the chest, just flailing around, right? So, basically what you're telling me is you're swinging the knife around, you didn't intend to stab him,
No.
but it happened.
I mean, yeah, because if that was the whole intention, like if you're going to keep coming close to me and harming me, you're going to get f***ing stabbed because I have a knife. And I'm clearly got it in my hand, and I'm doing this. Like, why would you keep, walking up to somebody with a knife that's going like this? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
So I would assume it's probably safe to say we should probably would have never grabbed that knife in the first place, right?
Yes, I wish I would have never grabbed it because
that led to this mess that we're in here. So the other thing,
I don't hate him that much.
I don't think you do.
Like,
I don't think you do.
I actually thought I met my person.
The other thing that I want to talk about too is after he gets hit in the chest, right? He's not going to be up for very long after that. All right, after hitting the chest, you're not going to be very long. You're going to hit the ground pretty quick. And he has no blood on his underwear, meaning that once he was hit, he fell fairly quick. All right. So tell me what happened after that happened. I know you're telling me he bandaged you up, but
that's what I'm saying. Like
something else.
Literally, if I would have seen my fiance hit the ground after me and him having an altercation, it's not much for me to get in the car and go 7 minutes around the corner. He did not hit no ground. He did not do that.
7 minutes to the hospital.
Like he was still trying to get his stuff back in the house and everything.
He did not hit. In the kitchen or outside?
He was in the kitchen when I woke up, so it had to happen.
Where you stabbed him, was it in the kitchen or was it outside?
Sir, we was fighting from outside to the kitchen to the living room. I don't recall where it happened.
Okay.
But when I went to sleep, Keyron Ficklin was still up.
Look what she called him.
Where did he bandage you up at?
In the living room.
No, on your body.
No, you said he went to the room?
Your thumb. So what did he do? He grabbed the Band-Aid and put it on you?
He got the first aid kit.
Where was the first aid kit?
The first aid kit was in the back, where my hair room is.
Like right to the left of the backboard?
Yes. So when you come in, the hair room is that way, laundry room or whatever. And then when you go in there, you make another right, and they were to the back, like on top of the crates. So he had to go in, turn, go this way, and then look down, to get the bandages and stuff.
So he got a Band-Aid, put one on your finger, and then you went upstairs? So it's safe to say this probably only took 3 or 4 minutes from the time you got the Band-Aid to put on your finger, and you going upstairs maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes-ish. I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
You're going to jail.
Okay. Let's see here. I want to make sure I got everything else right. Alright. There's one more thing I gotta grab.
It's frustrating because I'm telling the story, and I'm telling him what he did, but he's not, I don't him like that. Like, yes, I was defending myself, but I love him. And we had so much potential. Like, when we good, we good, we great. It's so much laughter, so much fun.
When things got bad, they got bad, huh?
And it was like, I met him. He was going through that stuff with that girl. I had to pack it on my spiritual journey. If they walking around my house, they gonna see my stones and my candles and stuff. Like, I was not no yelling, argumentative type of person. He definitely brought that out of me, but it was to a point where I could just be like, okay.
Still blaming him.
I really want for this. So then he went and bought his stones and stuff. He would meditate with me. It was just when he got mad, there's no turning back when somebody's mad to that point.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't, make up for your father not loving you or leaving you. I can't make up for your mom doing what she doing. I can't make up for that girl lying to you for the past 2 years. And like, it would be hard on me, but it wasn't nothing that I couldn't deal with. It was just when he got there, it's like I'm back into a little kid. I'm back into that person that was once abused and stuff like that. So
you should go to mental gymnastics.
I was just doing this. That's all I was doing. Just back up, just get away from me. It wasn't never my intention to really harm him. I just was trying to protect myself.
Trying to get out. Well, I'm sorry that this happened. What's going to have to happen at some point is I'm going to have a female officer take photographs of your injuries too, okay? We're going to get you a change of clothes. We're going to have to take your clothes.
Bad person.
I don't think you are.
I don't
Either of
need
us
to be
do.
in this situation. Like,
We don't think you're a bad person.
That's not what I do. Like,
That's what you said a while ago here. You said I did it.
On before, Like, I defend myself.
Cuz I already getting his notebook together. He finna go.
Like, I just, had a knife and was like, like, I'm just, like, back up. Just back up. Don't hurt me. Just back up.
But I do have to have a female officer, and we do got to take your clothes, but we're going to get you something different, okay? So bear with us in this next couple minutes, and we'll try to make this as fast as possible.
Yeah, because I'm going to jail.
I didn't say that.
But it was just because I was defending myself. He was jumping on me, so I grabbed the crowbar and I hit him in the arm. Like, I don't understand this. I really don't understand this. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm not understanding this. I really am not.
They finna break it down to you.
Not only did she just get caught as the murderer, officers just received information on another clue that clearly meant Benita was trying to hide the evidence.
Really quick, while our evidence guys were processing, they found a wet mop. How did that get there?
The mop and all that stuff is right by the door. I hang everything right there.
The mop was in the kitchen, or in the living room. How did that get there?
I didn't grab the mop.
Why is it bloody?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. When I went upstairs, I don't know if he tried to clean up for me bleeding everywhere or something like that. But I never grabbed him out. I never tried to clean up.
Nothing.
The stuff, no.
Because it was wet too, so that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, if you were just panicking, trying to clean up.
No. When I woke up, I went downstairs and I seen him, and I looked out the door. His 2 suitcases was outside. So I went outside and I got those. I didn't bother him or anything, because even when he sleeps normally, I would lift his arm up and he would not get up. I literally have to shake him to wake him up. So, and then that was that. I didn't even see the mop. I never touched no mop.
So did you open the door with the suitcases in and then call?
Yeah. Because like I said, I didn't disturb him. I'm like, okay, well, he probably still asleep.
Did you see all that blood?
No, I didn't see him. I didn't see that until I actually just went there. But I knew I was bleeding last night, so I didn't think nothing of it until I actually went over there and I was like, "Babe, they. And then I'm like, they. And I felt that he was cold. And like I moved him like this, and he was still stiff. So then I was like, oh shit, like let me call somebody, you know, because I don't know what the
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. That's all I need. I just wanted to clear that little part up real quick.
Benita had likely used the mop to clean up the in a desperate attempt to cover up the crime scene. Unfortunately for her, it didn't work, and her schemes finally came to an end.
Yeah.
They explain to you what's going on?
No, nobody's been back in yet.
Okay, do you know what you're being charged with?
No.
So as of right now, we're going to take you out to county on a murder charge. Okay? I don't know what's going to happen after that, so... yeah, we have to transport you out there now, and
Okay, can I call somebody?
once you get out there, they'll allow you to make phone calls, absolutely. So, just go ahead and turn around for me. You don't have anything on you right now? You got pockets or anything?
Hear everything at home on the floor sound like shit. Every time she say something, it's at home on the floor.
Oh, well, we was fighting.
Oh, outside.
I learned about fiance. Sorry.
I'm just going to lock them that way they don't take nothing.
Oh my God.
Alright, just follow me downstairs.
Benita was arrested and charged with 3 counts of 2 counts of felonious assault and 2 counts of tampering with evidence. Her bond was set at $250,000, and her trial was delayed due to undisclosed reasons. This meant that until her new trial date in 2024, she was out on bail. Even after her bail, Benita didn't show any remorse over her actions. In 2023, she was supposed to be going to a balloon release for a friend who tragically took her own life. But in a strange turn of events, she stopped at a parking lot to pleasure herself while on the phone to a lover in jail. Funnily enough, it is during this fever dream that a cop noticed her car with expired plates, and the rest is history.
Hello, I'm Officer Scott, Metro Parks Police Department.
Hold on, baby.
You know your license plate's expired in May?
Alright, so look, y'all already know that's the video I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all watch the one I did right here. I'm going to put that at the end, not everything, but majority of it. So y'all can get a good understanding if y'all didn't go down there and click it and watch it. You feel me? Like I was telling y'all could have did earlier. But overall, man, she got everything that she deserved. I'm pretty sure that, you know, it was all warranted, you know what I'm saying, for her to go to jail and get what she got. I just want to say, if you're in a toxic situation, get up out of it. I want to send my condolences out to his family again and say RP to him. I want to send y'all some love, some healing energy, and hopefully she'll learn from her mistakes. I'm pretty sure she'll be released after the 18-year sentence. You never know though, but it's all depending on how she's acting and what she does while she's behind bars. But hey, that's all I gotta say about this situation. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything, and I will holler at y'all later on another video. Alright,
I'm Officer Scott, Metro Parks Police Department.
Hold on, baby.
You know your license plate's expired in May?
No, this is my auntie car.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, they expired in May.
She stayed right around the corner though. She just let me come up here because they about to have a balloon release for my friend.
Okay.
Oh man,
So, I mean, I can take it right back home if that's the case.
Okay, you just have your driver's license on you really quick.
you know they ain't trying to hear that.
And you said up here for a balloon release for who?
Yeah, they right over there. Everybody pulling up right there. I was just on the jail car, so.
Look at school looking everywhere all over the car.
I mean, but I could call her and I could just take it right back around the corner.
That's fine. Just sit tight for me really quick. Is there any weapons or drugs or anything like that in the car?
No, I mean, I had this, I had bought a 4-pack of wine for my friend who was about to come up here with the balloon release, but that's about it.
Okay. It's not open though. Yeah.
Her sister had one already. I don't know if she put it back in there or not.
Okay. If you don't mind, if I have you step out, my partner's a K9 officer. He's gonna walk his dog around the car.
Okay.
Tell their ass no.
I was gonna do something nasty, so I was talking nasty on the phone.
He was talking nasty with you on a jail call?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Talking
that's your
nasty.
business.
Ooh, she said she gonna throw it across the room when he get out. Oh, she was showing that cat to that boy up in there. She fixing them clothes. She in there DJing that cat. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, she got a dress on. Oh, yeah, they were cutting up.
You gotta give me 1 second, okay?
I'm just gonna stand right over by my car real quick while he does that. There's nothing. You said your aunt's car though?
Yeah, her name is Tia Sweetie.
Okay.
They put that finger down. Shit, cuz. Stinky pinky.
According to Ohio's revised code.
So,
what happened? What the hell?
It's just how it looks. Your license suspended out of Valeria. January of 19.
This is from a dog scratching it.
Yeah, my auntie has 4 dogs. This is her other car.
Okay.
She has, and then it was one way bigger than your dog. But she had one of them dogs about up
Your
here.
aunt ever had drugs in the vehicle before that you know? Does she
No.
let people drive the car? Have you had
Yes, she
drugs
does.
in the vehicle?
No, I don't. She does let other people drive the car.
Who does she let drive the car?
I got cousins, male cousins that drive the car.
My dog was pretty convinced that there's something in the vehicle or there was something in the
I
vehicle.
don't listen. This is why the last person who had it. Let me make sure.
I mean, just ask him. My dog doesn't hit on marijuana, so it's not marijuana.
Uh-oh. Powder pack.
Gosh. It's irritating.
How long
You want to stand with her?
I just got the car today because I got to show him the guy who just killed himself on 72nd up here. We're about to have a balloon with him right there. I just pulled over here because I had a jail call.
Damn, RIP to him, man.
Did you leave anything in this car when you had this car?
They following her.
8053s.
Are you serious?
What do you have in her?
What's in this car? What? I might have to make.
They putting a hand behind the bag already.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? They piss me off with this. Like, what are you doing? Why you can't just wait a second? Hold on, goddamn. They be so eager to get to the arrest. I couldn't even talk right. I said, they be so eager to get an arrest. It's so crazy to me, and I don't understand why they just can't hold up for a second. But they could possibly think that she's gonna run away. So many different things they can go to it. Y'all know I try to give both sides of a situation, but she already kind of knew somebody been doing something. And when they mentioned that dope, and she called them, she knew exactly who to call and things like that. You feel me? I feel like, you know, you put yourself in that predicament, man. Let's get back into it. And RIP to that person who lost their life, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm real sympathetic when it comes to people's in their lives, man, because people be feeling to realize once that's it, that's it. And I know somebody gonna say he was selfish for doing whatever he did. Hey, that's y'all opinions and things like that. I still sympathize because mental health is real. Let's get back into it, though.
That's what I just said. That's what he just said. He just said that he left it in the fucking car. Stupid as fuck. Here, get the phone. I can't do it without that. Oh, I swear to God!
She going to jail for that warrant anyway. He's smiling.
No, I just called him. He said I left the gun in the seat. What?
Okay, just take your cup. Does he carry drugs and stuff? Because I don't want to get sick. I don't want the dog getting sick. I don't want you getting sick. You know what I mean?
I'm not lying to you. I'm already in the whole situation. I'm pretty sure y'all can see all of that in the system. All type of shit. I'm not in this situation.
What she got going on? She said she in the system for a lot of stuff.
Okay, just slow down right now. Have you ever been arrested?
Yes, I'm in the whole situation right now.
Okay.
Damn, man.
With some more dope?
What's your first name?
Bonita.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm fucking God, man. This shit is coming.
Benina got an anger issue.
Man, I knew I should.
Why cut out? What the hell?
Oh, this shit is stupid as shit.
She must be talking crazy. It blurred out all what she was saying.
Be nice to the aunt. Oh, this might be the aunt.
Aunt.
Is your car?
Let me talk to the aunt real quick.
Okay. Hold on. You gotta try Deanna? Alright.
She auntie.
Who's been in his car?
Why you say that?
Because my dog hit all over the car. There was drugs in it. You know there was a gun in the car?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we saw it.
I wish they could cut everything out.
He's being cool. He wants you to take the car. We're supposed to tow it. So it's not because that's why we're talking to you. You're like, yeah, I know this guy.
I've got a deal for you.
Where'd he go?
Oh, I don't know.
He's gone. He wasn't with her. That's the problem.
I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately for her, he's gone. Scratches. Someone else ran the dog around this car.
You can break the car apart.
No, we already did.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, it's already...
She was in her, she's got a long criminal history with drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
And we find a gun under the seat.
Oh, she got a criminal history of dope.
Called me and was
She's
like,
in it.
the stickers were expired. And I'm like,
you know what I mean? It sucks because...
But I got the stickers for that one.
I didn't say that.
Is that the other plate that's in here too? Because we found another plate in there. It's a Ford.
That's off the old car because somebody hit my other car. So I had to scrap it because the engine and the transmission, they backed up into it, broke it completely. So I ended up, my mother ended up giving me that before she passed away. So I had to pay $400 for it to come from New York to up here. Since my birthday just passed, I'm like, for a birthday present, I'm gonna get myself a new car. So I'm like, boom.
I would get rid of your name off this car if there was kind of people in the car.
No, it's about to sit because I still got a title loan on it.
Yeah, right.
And
oh jeez.
And she just got rid of it.
He don't give a damn about OGs.
This is supposed to go. Supposed to be towed in.
Yeah, because when Niece Sweeter called me, she was like, the police pulled me over. They just found a gun underneath the seat.
Right.
Hold up. I be forgetting that it ain't even right for you to be bothering people while they parked in the first goddamn place. She chilling. People just be picking, bro. And they seen the type of car. It's a stereotype behind certain looking cars, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people that serve and dope and things like that, they have a certain type of car because you're less, you know what I'm saying, of an eyesore, I would say. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give a damn what your car look like. Do your thing. I done rolled in all type of different cars. I done had all type of different cars. So don't look at me crazy when I say what I say. But certain cars do get stereotyped and they will mess with you just because they know it's an easy way to go ahead and get you a ticket, send you to jail or anything like that. Because they probably feel like your stickers and tags ain't right. So many different things. You feel me? But to be bothering people while they sitting still don't make no sense to me. They could at least wait till she drove off. But as soon as I would have seen your ass and I'm trying to drive off, I would have parked that car and got out and walked. But hey, it is what it is. Let's get back into it.
With her, but he done dipped off.
Can I show you something too?
Yeah.
Show us. What is it? The pod.
Hey, we're behind you. See it?
This is a dog. This is a canine. This isn't from my dog. This is from another police dog.
Oh.
And here's where my dog hit. My dog hit from here back to here. Okay, so you can see the scratches. Someone who's ever driving this car is carrying drugs. So that's
they
how,
know.
you know.
When a police dog alerts, they start scratching.
This wasn't even my dog. This was another dog. When my dog got here, I looked and I'm like, what the hell? And he literally jumped up. But she said you got dogs that are scratching the car.
I got two dogs.
Okay. These dogs are just scratching right here. That's a police dog. That's not your dogs.
You don't know what the hell it is.
I know this.
So there's somebody driving around.
That car in the system for dope.
Driving around in your car.
That's all it is.
Am I going to have belongings?
At least my house keys and my phone. Somebody got to go out of the house.
Yeah, I can give you that right now. I don't know if you guys want to hang out for a little bit. Just until I get some more stuff confirmed with this, just because it's in the process right now, we gotta do some more confirming.
Confirming on what?
You said you're still in the court process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What court was it out of?
Elyria.
Okay.
What happened?
So I gotta go ahead and call the courthouse and make sure that.
I wasn't released on no bonds, no restrictions, no hold, no nothing. Like.
Did you stay there?
I stay where?
At Elyria jail. Okay. How long were you there?
About 2 years.
2 years, okay.
What?
This shit dumb as like, why would you do that?
And they still haven't given you like a disposition? Like
no, I'm not. My lawyer is handling everything. I had a set trial. The trial got canceled. My next court date is for December 6th. And I'm still waiting on the trial.
Okay.
She gonna call with some big dope then. This sound crazy. What she got going on?
Oh, man.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to hang out, that's fine.
In this case, Benita faced charges for having weapons under disability. In Ohio, it's against the law to possess a firearm while under indictment. Additionally, She received a citation for expired
Hold
law
up.
to possess a firearm while under indictment.
Hold up, I gotta see what the hell she done did, because it don't make no sense to me that they keep on talking about a long court process, 2 years in jail already. They keep messing with her about the dope, all type of different stuff. Bonita, I need to see what's up with this. I'll be right back. Let me go see what I can find. If I can find something, if I can't, it is what it is. But I want to find out because they've been talking about something so mysteriously to the point where it's got me ready to see. So give me a second and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back, man. So look, man, Bonita done killed somebody, man. Bonita done killed her boyfriend, bro, and she done got sentenced to 18 years to life. I done found the police call and everything. So we finna go ahead and get into this. I just want to say, man, I thought it was strictly by dope. This right here crazy as hell. I'm glad I be doing my research and going to see what's up. And I want to, because I'm the type of person, I need some closure. I need to know what the hell going on. I hate to go on, hell, I be going on with the day and I be wondering what the hell happened. I be thinking about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this, man. But yeah, they said that she poked her boyfriend multiple times and all type of different stuff. Let's get into it. I got the video. Let's go. The hell Bonita got going on?
She received a citation for expired plates.
A 30-year-old woman accused of her own boyfriend. We have the 911 call that tells what may have led to that deadly stabbing. 19's Winnie Dorch with the news.
Damn, Bonita, you cutting up.
Me and my boyfriend got into it last night. We was fighting and stuff. The police got called.
It's the boys of an accused murder, 30-year-old Bonita Tracy Ann Wright.
I went upstairs and I just woke up this morning and he's laying by the front door, but he's not moving.
She's making a 911 call from this house in Elyria on Church Lane the morning of August 31st because her boyfriend, 28-year-old Keyron Ficklin, is dead. Police say he was stabbed to death. Listen closely to what she tells the dispatcher. She's panicking and not really sure what to do.
I like tapped him or whatever, and he was like, you know, so I just want somebody to hurry up and get here.
Bullshit.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Wright claims she doesn't remember much from the night before, but continues to give more details.
I was at my sister's house last night, and I was drinking or whatever. So when I came home, I don't know if he was drinking, like, we got into a real bad fight. It's a knife in his back pocket or whatever. So, yeah, it was blood. I was like, I got a deep gash in the backside of my arm or whatever, so I don't really remember what exactly happened.
She also says she doesn't see any visible injuries.
Do you see any wounds, like where he could have cut himself at all or anything?
I don't know. No, I don't see anything. Like, the other side of his shirt is, no. I don't know, sir. When I tried to move him, he was very, very stiff, and his arms and stuff is cold.
Damn, he been gone.
Towards the end of the call, she takes a deep breath, knowing whatever happened between the two didn't end well. And Wright made her first court appearance last Thursday. Her bond is set at $250,000. She is due back in court September 8th. Outside the Elyria police station, I'm Winnie Dorch, 19 News.
What's the street?
Just the call.
It's Church Lane, I was doing.
Church Lane? Okay, and what's going on there?
Me and my boyfriend got into it last night. We was fighting and stuff. The police got called. And then I went upstairs and I just woke up this morning and he's laying by the front door, but he's not moving.
Okay,
like,
so you do need an ambulance?
Yeah, I need an ambulance.
So he's not moving. Is he breathing? Can you tell?
I like tapped him or whatever, and he was like, you know, so I just want somebody to hurry up and get here because, like, I don't know what's going on. I went to sleep last night. He's 28 years old, and he's laying by the door. Like, we was fighting or whatever, so,
All right, ma'am, let me get ma'am, let me get an ambulance for you. Don't hang up. I'm going to come right back to you, okay? Hang on the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we have an ambulance on the way for him. Do you know if he does any drugs or anything, or...
I mean, I was at my sister's house last night, and I was drinking or whatever. So when I came home, I don't know if he was drinking, like, we got into a real bad fight. The police were called and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, it's a knife in his back pocket or whatever. So, yeah, I was bleeding. Like, I got a big gash in the backside of my arm or whatever. So, I don't really remember what exactly happened. But
she sound like she full of shit right then and there. You feel me? Because you talking about he got a knife in his pocket, but that's how he lose his life. Then you talking about you got a big old gash and this and this and that. You don't remember this, you don't remember that, bro. People got to control themselves and get the hell up out of these situations as soon as threat or any type of problem presents itself, I know that you will have hard times in relationships, but at some point in time, you got to realize that this is a toxic situation. And you need to get the hell up out of it. Let's get back into it.
So we was fighting, and I know the police was here. But I know I went upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just left the situation alone. I went upstairs. And then when it was blood by him or whatever, you know, so.
Do you see any wounds, like where he could have cut himself at all or anything?
They know she lied.
No, I don't see anything, like.
Okay, he is breathing.
The other side of his shirt is, no. I don't know, sir.
You don't know if he's bleeding?
Like when I tried to move him, he was very, very stiff. And his arms and stuff is cold. But his legs is not cold.
Okay, are you able to get him flat on the back or no?
I can, but he's in the same position. If I move on his back, his legs is gonna stay the same, his arms is gonna stay the same. Huh? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, just a moment, okay? Stay on the line with me. Where did you say the back of his shirt is bleeding from, or?
On his left side or whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know. We got into a really bad fight, so.
Keep telling on myself.
Do you see the knife on him anywhere, or like you said it's in his back pocket?
Yeah, it was a knife in his back pocket or whatever, but I moved him and tried to wake him up, so.
Okay, listen, I don't want you to touch him anymore, okay? We have the ambulance on the way. They're going to be there in just a minute, okay, to get this all sorted out for you, okay? Just let him know where he is. We're not going to touch him right now. Hold on 1 second, okay? Stay in line with me.
Yeah. Elyria Police, can I help you? Benita? Hello, Benita? Benita, can you hear me?
Elyria, I'm not sure where she went.
Okay, so look, man, I'm reading certain things about it. It just basically says that the guy's name was Kieran Finklin.
In the end, the jury concluded Benita was indeed guilty of Kieran's murder and purposefully caused his death. Benita was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 18 years.